Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly forecast for June 6th through the 12th. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You might stumble upon this video a few weeks from now, a few months from now, a few years from now. So even though the intention is set for the next 7 days, it's going to find you when it's meant to find you. So not all the messages are going to resonate. It's a general reading for the collective. Take what does, leave what doesn't. And without further ado, my dears and my darlings, let's see what's going on here for the Pisces collective. Pisces Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, let's get right on into it. We're going to move you just a little bit closer. And the first card coming up here for the Pisces collective is the Knight of Swords. All right, this can come up in a few different ways, my dears and my darlings. Knight of Swords can, first and foremost, traditionally speaking in tarot, the court cards can be seen as a person coming into the situation. So this could be a Gemini, a Libra, or Aquarius, an air sign person, an opinionated one at that. However, if you're new to my channel, welcome. And in the weekly forecasts, I want it to be about you and less about other people and about your journey and how these characteristics might apply to you. You may hear my doggy huffing and puffing in the back. He's upset with me. The 2 hours of cuddling I gave him were not enough, and so he's just giving me an attitude here while I'm working. So please forgive any background noise, but I swear I'm not neglecting my dog. The Knight of Swords coming up here can be basically like characteristics that you might be coming in with or dealing with. And sometimes the Knight of Swords comes up because some situation is being sped up, like something is being escalated. Sometimes the Knight of Swords comes up for me because you thought you were going to do something a few months from now or a year from now, but circumstances are moving in a way where it's like, nope, you're going to do it now. Like, now's the time to do it. I know that can be scary because maybe it's something you were not accounting for just yet, but know and understand that all is happening within divine timing. So you're going to be fine. You're going to get through it. You're going to make the transitions and the changes. It's just the universe letting you know that we're not going to do this 6 months from now. We're going to do this now. Another way that the Knight of Swords sometimes comes up is it can be conflict. It can be conflict. And I'm very sorry to say, Pisces, but for those of you who will be dealing with conflict, the message for you here is this. You're dealing with a very unreasonable person. This isn't somebody who is looking to understand or make peace or make logic. It feels to me like just very aggressive energy. The more you try to talk, the more you try to make peace, the worse this person is becoming. So if you're dealing with someone who's coming at you and you just think, oh, we'll just talk it out. You know, I'm gonna put my little bubble of protection around me. I'm gonna, I'm gonna reason with them. This is not somebody who's about that at all. And I just feel like it's aggravating, or it's becoming it's becoming more elevated, more escalated. So those of you who are dealing with somebody who's coming at you or arguing with you or disagreeing with you, you need to step away. You need to step away from this person. That's it, period. You need to do what you need to do to put distance between you and them, because they're not going to hear anything that you're saying, or they don't want to hear anything that you're saying. A Depeche Mode song just popped in my head. Is it people? People are people, so why should it be that you and I should get along so awfully? The part that goes, the part of the song where he goes, I'm relying on your common decency. So far it hasn't surfaced, but I'm sure it exists. It just takes a while to travel from your head to your fist. So I don't think that this is someone that you're going to be able to reason with or logic with. This could even be someone who, like, they want to escalate it to the level of physical. Like, they want to get physical. And poof, I hate to be throwing all of these little lyrics and quotes at you, but there's another quote online. Uh, I saw it attributed to Denzel Washington, but I'm not sure if he's the one who said it, which is, some people are just going to hate you because your angels agitate their demons, right? So you might be thinking that, hey, you know what? Like, I'm going to be cool, I'm going to be peaceful. There's just some people that in itself aggravates them. So, Pisces, if you do have someone coming in, trying to, if it's this week, if it's next week, trying to make an argument, or you see they're getting worked up, just step away. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. It's not worth you putting yourself in harm's way, trying to convince somebody or save somebody. They've chosen their path. Leave them to their path, and you take care of you. Okay? The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Wheel of Fortune, and this is a major arcana card. So, major arcana cards come up when we're in a new chapter in our life, and or we're like coming into a defining moment. So, even though I'm setting the intention here to read for a period of 7 days, whatever's happening in the next 7 days is setting things in motion, and there's going to be these changes and these shifts, and you're coming into a new chapter. Now, the Wheel of Fortune talks of cycles, right? Cycles, changes, but it also comes up a lot of the times when Spirit is telling us it's time to move on. It's time to go from a situation. And maybe you couldn't because you were stuck. Well, guess what? Now you're unstuck. Now the door is opening. The wheel sometimes comes up for me to let you know that you have done everything you can do in the situation, and whatever the karma was, whatever the lesson was, whatever the debt was, it's been paid, and now you're free to go. Now you're free to move on, and you don't have to stay in the situation. Sometimes we might think, oh, well, maybe Spirit wants me here. Oh, well, maybe I have work to do here, or maybe there's a lesson in this for me. Honey, you've learned these lessons already. You've learned what you need to learn. You get your sweet little behind in gear, and don't put yourself in situations where there's any kind of drama or conflict or this aggressiveness. You don't need it, okay? Whatever you were meant to learn, you've learned it. Whatever message you were meant to give, you've given it. And it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to go. So if this is a toxic work environment, if this is a hostile living arrangement, or an unhealthy relationship, it's time to get yourself moving out of that situation, right? I know we all want to say, oh, I'm protected, I'm blessed, I have God's favor, I'm putting myself in that bubble of protection, I believe that only good things are going to happen. It's the majority of people out there are good, we will say this, and yes, we are protected, but sometimes being protected requires that we take action, and that we take steps, and that we don't test God, and we don't test our angels. Okay? If I covered myself with fish guts and jumped into the middle of the ocean and shark infested waters, and I say, okay, I'm going to put this bubble around me, I'm going to be protected, nothing bad is going to happen to me. Nature being what it is, chances are there's going to be a lot of sharks that are going to see me as a very tasty meal. So you can't just say that, oh, I'm protected, if you've gotten those fish guts on you and you're in those shark infested waters. You need to get out of the water. You need to get out of the water, right? And so some of you may have a lifeboat coming in. There may be a door opening, an opportunity. You need to get on that. You need to accept that opportunity and walk through the door that's opening, because whatever was happening for you now, you're done. It's done. You're good to go. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Emperor. This could be both Aries or Scorpio energies. Some of you could be dealing with a masculine, or somebody who maybe is like a bold kind of personality. It doesn't have to be a male, but someone who's maybe kind of bold or assertive here. You may be dealing with Aries or Scorpio energy. You could be coming into this energy yourself. The Emperor can definitely be divine masculine energy. You may be stepping into divine masculine energy or calling a divine masculine into your life. The Emperor is about structure, order, discipline, planning, and learning from your failures, learning from your mistakes, and taking these things and using them to come back bigger, come back better, come back stronger, and really building in your life, like building your empire, building your dynasty. So, Pisces, whatever is happening here, this is a time for you stepping into your power. Some of you could have Emperor energy coming in and helping you and assisting you. It could also be by way of your ancestors who have passed on from your father's side of the family, or if you have a grandfather or father or paternal figure who's crossed over, they may be bringing you messages through your dreams. They may be coming in as like a guardian angel and guiding you and directing you and working on things in your favor behind the scenes, like to like get things going and to like make good things happen for you. There could be this element here for some of you as well, with the Emperor energy. But what you need to know is it's time for you to focus on you and to focus on logic and planning and strategy and get going and get moving and like creating your life. There could even be something here that you are you're getting. For some of you, you may be dealing with some toxic like hater energy or narcissist energy. This wheel and this Emperor could even indicate that some of you are getting some kind of a promotion, or you're getting some kind of an offer, and it's not including somebody else. Like they don't fit into this change in your life. And so they're very agitated, they're very aggravated. They may even be demanding or insisting that you not take this. Okay. So maybe for some of you, if you're school aged, maybe you got into a good school and you have family, or you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend who's like, you better not take it because that's going to take you far away, or you're going to be busy, you're going to forget about me. And they may be getting really irate or belligerent, like demanding that you not accept this opportunity. Maybe some of you have been doing business and now you have a business idea, which is your idea, and you're wanting to do it on your own, but you have partners or people who've worked with you in the past, and they feel very cheated. Like, well, no, like you need to make me a part of this too. But you're like, no, this is my thing. This is my baby, you know? And so there could be this element here for some of you where you are separating or doing something independently, and there's just some unhealthy, clingy people here who are not happy. I don't like this Knight of Swords energy though, so I do feel like you need to put physical distance between yourself and these people. Don't just think that everything is going to be peaceful, or they're going to get over it, or like I just feel like it's escalating and escalating. So some of you, this is just people are seeing you come up and they're having a really hard time with it. Okay? But whatever the case, this is a new phase, a new cycle. You need to embrace it. You need to accept it. Now, your next card here, Pisces, is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords can be the burning of bridges. And it can be small, little situations that become a big deal, that get blown up out of proportion to the point where bridges are being burned. So, what you need to know and what you need to understand is that for you all in this case, bridges burning might not be a bad thing. However, as I'm looking at the Five of Swords, I heard master of manipulation. And so I feel some of you are dealing with a person or organization, even. And when I say organization, it could be a company that you're working for, it could be a church, it could be a political thing or some kind of other organization you've gotten involved with. And maybe like you're wanting to disconnect. It might not just be a person, there could be like some organizational involvement here, but this organization or this individual, whoever or whatever it might be, or maybe for some of you, all of the above. I heard master of manipulation. And some of you have heard me say that the Five of Swords will come up for me when you're dealing with someone who knows you very well. They know your secrets, they know your insecurities, they know what to say to get you to do what they want you to do. So if you grew up being made to feel like you are selfish or you're a diva or all you want is attention and you're overly sensitive and you're so dramatic, right? Like you kind of grow up being made to feel that way. And now something is happening and you don't feel safe and you're expressing that, or you're trying to set a boundary, or you're trying to stand up for yourself and they don't want you to stand up for yourself. So what are they going to throw at you? Oh my gosh, Pisces, here you go again. You are so dramatic, you're such a diva, you're so selfish, you don't care about anybody but yourself. Oh my gosh, you're so sensitive. Oh my gosh, you're making such a big deal. And then you start to think, oh, well, okay, all right, maybe I am being overly sensitive. Maybe I am being dramatic. And you start to back down. And that's exactly what they want you to do. They know which buttons to push to get you to do what they want you to do. Now, I typically have that association with the Five of Swords. When I see the Five of Swords, I think of that kind of person. But in this instance, I heard master of manipulation. So whatever the Five of Swords usually is when it comes up in my readings, this is that times 10. You're dealing with an expert. And so in this sense, and in this situation, logic and reason isn't going to work. You're going to have to disconnect. And maybe some of you are like, but I really, really want to leave on good terms. This is not someone who's going to allow it to be on good terms, especially if you're dealing with narcissist energy, because the narcissist is not going to get left. The narcissist is going to discard. And sometimes it's just a lot easier to say, okay, let them discard me then so that they can leave me alone. And so this is not a situation for you to try to save face. This is not a situation for you to try to reason to come with a peaceful resolution. Just this is something. I'm very sad because I feel, Pisces, like something very good is happening for you. Something that's giving you stability and structure and like a sense of success and a sense of accomplishment in your life. Like I feel there's some accomplishment here. And somebody's coming in and they're, excuse my language, they're taking a crap all over it. And then they're making you feel like you're the jerk. And so I'm sorry for those of you that this is happening. I'm hoping that for the majority of you Pisces, this doesn't resonate. I'm hoping that for the majority of you Pisces, this is not your reading. And you might say, oh, my moon sign or my rising sign resonated more this week, not so much the sun sign or whatever it might be. But for those of you that this resonates, my heart goes out to you. I know what you're going through. I've been there on more levels and on more ways than you could ever know. And maybe someday I'll write about it. Maybe someday you'll read about it. But all I can tell you is this: be proud of yourself. Hold your head up high. You have every right to be proud of your accomplishments, your assertiveness, your confidence. Don't let anybody make you feel inferior or make you feel like you're being selfish or greedy or dramatic, because you're not. And if these people want to push it to this level, let them push it to the level. As Rumi said, be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop. Better is coming in, okay? Let those leaves fall and let some fresh fruit grow in. So I hope that this is helpful, Pisces. Again, Hopefully, for the majority of you, this is not your reading because I know it sounds intense. But those of you that this is your reading, be strong. Know that good things are coming. Know that your life is going to be better through this process and through this cycle. Check out your moon and rising sign. If you would like a private reading with me, there's a link in the description that will take you to calendly.com. And so you can definitely um, click on that link and schedule a private reading with me there. And don't forget, every single day I do a daily message where I just pull a card of the day and see what comes up. So if you feel so inclined, my dears, be sure to check out the daily messages. Hopefully, those might be helpful for you as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Have a wonderful week ahead, my dears. Be well.